Today we are in the happiest place on earth, and that is Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Now there are so many great snacks and treats to have here, but how do you know what's worth your time and your money? Well, some of these snacks you've probably heard of. The churro, the turkey leg, the Dole Whip, but today we're going to be trying some snacks that came highly recommended that perhaps you haven't heard of. We'll be tasting these and letting you know which ones you cannot miss. So we will be judging these on 3 criteria: taste, which is worth 50%, appearance 25%, and creativity another 25%. So let's eat. Alright, so we're going to start with this Wonderland Slushy you can get at Cheshire Cat Cafe in Fantasyland. And it is frozen raspberry and grape Fanta and a candy straw, which looks really pretty.
I don't know how I feel about grape Fanta though.
Yeah. So, you did give me another straw, which maybe is for this very reason. I can't get anything. Did you get something?
Oh, I got it. You can't get like a good seal on it because of the candy sugar.
It's like spraying out the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the other straw.
I'm not a huge fan of artificial grape flavoring. Kind of just tastes like medicine to me, so I'm not crazy about this.
If you like slushies,
grape flavor.
and grape, this is pretty good. But I don't think either of us are huge fans of grape flavors and slushies in general. So.
I'm not getting too much of the raspberry. It's pretty overwhelmingly grape.
It looks like there's an actual paper straw inside of here, so unless you like eating paper, I wouldn't recommend eating
biting.
the whole, yeah. Ha!
And don't touch it, you'll get sticky.
Yeah, this is excessively sticky.
All right, what scores did you give that Wonderland Slush?
Yeah, for taste, I gave it a 4. It's just kind of like a regular slushie. Appearance, I'll give it a 6. I did like the little, fancy candy straw they put in there, regardless of how sticky it's going to make everything I own after this. Creativity, I give it a 5. I don't think you can be too creative with a slushie, but I like the straw. It's made it feel more Disney.
Yeah, I agree. I also gave it a 4 for taste. Had it been pretty much any other flavor, I probably would have given it a higher score just because I'm not a huge fan of grape. I gave it a 7 for appearance. It was really pretty, especially with that candy straw, and also a 5 for creativity. I guess kind of creative to mix the flavors, creative to add that candy straw, but at the end of the day, it's just a slushie. All right, we're moving on to a Cheshire Cat Tail, which essentially is a pastry filled with like some chocolate chips and then just this pink and purple drizzle on top. It looks really pretty.
Looks amazing.
All right, let's give it a go. Bite or rip?
Are we gonna do this like Lady in the Tramp style?
Yes. More chocolatey than I anticipated.
That is excessively chocolatey.
I expected kind of a lighter, sweeter, vanilla-y flavor with the frosting, but it is it's like a chocolate croissant.
Yeah. It's like they've got all these little, little mini chocolate kiss type things melted inside throughout. So, man, this is, if you're looking for a rich pastry and you love chocolate, this is...
You found it.
All right, so what did you think of the Cheshire Cat Tail?
Well, I gave it a 6 overall for taste. I thought it was yummy, but at the end of the day, it was a chocolate croissant, essentially. I gave it an 8 for appearance. It was really pretty with that little sugar drizzle on top. And then a 7 for creativity.
Really?
Yeah, just because of, they made this chocolate croissant look pretty and like it fits with the Alice in Wonderland theme.
Well, sure, but they took it's like they went to a baker next door and were like, "Can I get a chocolate croissant?" And then they just took pink frosting and were like, "There we go, Disney."
What was that?
Okay. Fireworks for some reason.
All right, how about you? What did you give it then?
I gave it a 3 on creativity. I thought it was just it feels very Disney. I like how they did it, but I don't feel it's not that creative to put a little frosting on top. Appearance, I gave a 7 because I do like that. It makes it feel nice and Disney. Taste, I gave it a 7. It's a really good chocolate croissant. Yeah. If that's what you're looking for, that's gonna hit the spot really well.
It honestly would be like a fine breakfast in the park.
Yeah,
if you're needing a breakfast, head over to the Cheshire Cafe.
All right, so we made it here to the Sleepy Hollow Tavern for the sweet and sour...
Sweet and spicy.
For the sweet and spicy...
chicken waffle sandwich. I'm just feeding you one word at a time. Sweet, spicy.
We're over here at the Sleepy Hollow Tavern for the sweet and spicy chicken waffle sandwich. It's got like a nice fried chicken patty, looks like a coleslaw, and all on top of a nice waffle. So it looks good. The chicken is just like glistening with that sweet and sour sauce. I'm excited.
Spicy.
Sweet and spicy sauce. All right, I don't know how one shares this with somebody else.
It's spicy.
Wow, it's got quite a spicy kick, but it's almost like the waffle itself is almost a little sweet combined with the sauce. Just kind of.
I'm not a huge fan of the waffle because it's soggy. I prefer my waffles to have a bit of a crunch to them, and these are pretty soggy just from being soaked in whatever coating they have on this chicken. Whoa, it definitely is spicy. If you can't handle spice, don't go for this one. But it is pretty tasty.
I think as far as unique things go, this is pretty good, and it's just nice to have a waffle instead of a regular bun. It's kind of unwieldy to eat though. Yeah, here's a little soggy
waffle.
Soggy waffle.
So I can tell you're a big fan of this. Well, I'm curious what your scores are.
All right, I gave it 7 for taste. I took off a couple because you're right, that like sogginess, just like, I wish it were crisp, but again, you throw anything that has liquid on it onto a waffle, it's gonna be soggy, so it's okay, I get a pass. I give it a 4 in appearance. I feel like they just kind of threw junk on there, just kind of like took like a ice cream scooper, just plop, plop. Creativity 7, I really like just the spiciness of it with like the sweet of the waffle and like the coleslaw, it just all mixed really well. I think they did a good job in combining things.
Yeah, I gave it a 6 on taste. I thought it was yummy, but nothing spectacular. Give it a 6 on appearance, and to come to think of it after your comments, I kind of wish I'd gone lower because you're right, it was kind of haphazardly thrown together. And then creativity, I gave it a 7. Because, I mean, chicken and waffles is nothing groundbreaking, but I feel like it is fairly forward-thinking for Disney, so I was kind of impressed.
All right, so we're here at the Golden Oak Outpost, and one of the ones I'm most excited about, the chili cheese fries. Waffle fries with chili and cheese sauce on them, and then we've got sides of ranch to go with them. That's really good.
That's yummy.
I like the fries, just like so crispy.
Waffle fries are always a good choice.
Yeah.
The chili's actually really yummy. To be honest, it doesn't look the best, but it tastes really, really good.
I don't know what they have on these fries. There's like a coating of something else, but I feel like they're much crispier than you ever get waffle fries, which is nice because it doesn't, water down from the chili or the cheese.
Well, that was delicious. So I gave it a 9 for taste. However, and I hate to do this to it because I really, really like it. I gave it a 4 for appearance because, to be honest, I think the chili and cheese just looked a little gross. And I also gave it a 4 for creativity. I'm sorry, I've had chili cheese fries before. I don't think it's anything groundbreaking, but they are so good.
I gave it a 9 for taste. I give it a 5 for appearance. I kind of agree with you. It's sloppy and it's good the way it should be, but it's not like groundbreakingly pretty to look at. I also gave creativity 5. So it's chili cheese fries. I mean, best I think I've had. I've never had a chili cheese fry that wasn't like soggy by the time I ate it. So
yeah, they're yummy.
All right, we're here in Adventureland at the Spring Roll cart, and they've got an awesome spring roll that's filled with cheeseburger instead of regular vegetable. I think that counts as creative.
Oh, well, it doesn't look good.
That's what we'd call unique tasting. I don't even know, like it
is cheeseburgery. I think it looks so gross because the cheese is like mixed in.
It's just like a bunch of, ground up small bits of beef mixed in with the cheese, and then there's like pieces of onion. So it almost like reminds me of like a Philly cheesesteak more than a regular hamburger.
And it's not like your best tasting cheeseburger either. It's kind of a little McDonald's cheeseburger-y tasting.
It's nice. It's convenient.
It's convenient. Well, that was interesting. What did you give it?
All right, I gave it a 5 for flavor. It takes some while getting used to, but it's not bad. It's just also not that great. Appearance-wise, I give it. I mean, it looks like a normal spring roll on the outside, and the inside it looks like. I mean, I took a bite and I kind of eyeballed the insides as I was pulling it away, and I was like, ooh. It looks a little strange, so I'm not giving it too many points of that. Yeah, creativity, I gave an 8 because it takes some cojones to take a spring roll and decide to stuff a cheeseburger inside of it.
Our scores are pretty similar. I gave it a 4 for taste. It wasn't awful, but I wouldn't say it was good either. Yes, same appearance-wise. Outside is fine. Inside, it looks like something chewed up and spit out. But creativity, I gave it a 9. Agreed.
Oh,
it
solid.
is very creative. I mean, I've never heard of a spring roll being anything other really than a spring roll. So
yeah, good job, Disney.
Nice try. All right, we are at Casey's Corner, which is on the end of Main Street, and we got some of their loaded fries. They come with the mac and cheese and little bacon bits on top. Let's give it a try. I'm not sure if you're supposed to eat this with your face, because it's weird to eat fries with a fork. I love the concept. The fries themselves aren't super like flavorful or seasoned, and the mac and cheese also isn't very flavorful.
I mean, the fries are like a little more shoestringy. Like, I feel like it's a solid fry. Although I do feel like you're expecting more cheese to be on there. And the mac and cheese is like, it's not bad, but it's not like overwhelming. I feel like you could just use more flavor all of it.
Maybe make these even more loaded, like sour cream and chives on top.
If I could dip this in a combination of that, I'd be happy.
All right, so what did you score the loaded fries?
I gave it 6 in taste, 6 in appearance, and 6 in creativity. I feel like it was slightly above average, but it just, something was missing. Like, you needed that sour cream to add to the flavor and the appearance of it, or like a little chive sprinkled on there, or something else.
Agreed.
So close to being amazing.
I gave it a 5 in taste. It was good. You know, it was good. It was just kind of middle of the road. It wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing. Just fairly average. And then I gave it 6 for appearance. It looked yummy. And 6 in creativity. A little creative. I don't think I've ever had mac and cheese fries before. I've had plenty of things with mac and cheese on them, but I don't think fries. So I think this was the first.
I gotta applaud it. Like, 2 great things, mac and fries. So
and
delicious.
Bacon.
And bacon. Bacon, bacon, bacon. So next up, we're at Gaston's Tavern, and we've got the Lefou Brew, which is a frozen apple juice with hints of marshmallow, and then a pineapple, like, cream on top.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
It's not at all.
With a fruit mango foam on top.
Ooh, I like the drink a lot. It was a little weird with the whipped cream. You could really taste that cinnamon.
Oh yeah, it's really thick. It's got like, I think the little hint of toasted marshmallow. Mm-hmm. Just kind of fills out the body of the apple juice.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like a whipped cream on top, but it's
fruity.
Yeah, it's fruity, and but you can also taste the marshmallow in that too, which I think is really nice. It's not like a whipped cream.
Yeah, I like that. It's good. Well, I thought this was so yummy, so I gave it a 9 for taste, a 7 for appearance. I thought it looked, since it's a brew, it looks like a beer, but like a fun beer, and especially if you get it in that stein, it looks really good. And then I gave it an 8 for creativity. I thought it was a really creative taste on like a non-alcoholic kids beer.
I think we came in pretty close. I gave it a 9 for flavor. It's delicious. I give it a 6 for appearance. I feel like just in this cup, it's kind of bland and boring. But the fact that they have the stein, and like you could be a kid in Gaston's Tavern slamming your stein on the table, is pretty cool. And I think I also gave it an 8 for creativity. I feel like the foam just is a really nice touch. If it was just the frozen apple juice, it'd be like, okay, but having that little bit extra on there, delicious.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, we've made it to our second to last item, and we're almost out of time here. We got the Peter Pan float. So it's lime Dole Whip in Sprite, and then we were supposed to get like a little chocolate feather, but they were out. So we got
a
Minnie
bow.
Mouse bow. So I don't know, I'm counting it, but it's a little unauthentic.
Ooh, it's tart.
Oh, wow.
Very tart. Very, very tart. Too tart.
I like that. That's really good.
We haven't hit too much Sprite yet. Whoa, sorry, there it is.
It's like the little brother of the pineapple Dole Whip. But I like it's just
It's a little aggressively tart brother.
I'm giving it a 7 for taste. I'm not sure it beats out like the regular pineapple Dole Whip, but it's nice. I like that tartness. I feel like you don't always get that nice pungent flavor. Appearance, I mean, they didn't give us our little feathers, so they're gonna take a 5 on this one. I think it's creative putting that much lime power into a float, so I'll give them a 7 on that.
I would give it a 3 on taste.
Oh no!
Not a fan. It's way
That's
too
rude.
It's way too tart. I would give it a 5 on appearance. Again, we didn't get our feather, and it's nothing special. I guess it's kind of a good shade of green because it's not like that shocking shade of green, but you do expect it to be lime. But I don't know. It's just not that pretty. And then creativity. I like that they put the Peter Pan twist on it. That they made something green related to Peter Pan here in Fantasyland. It's appropriate. So I would give it a 6 on creativity.
Okay, we made it to our final destination, just under the wire. It's just before park closes, and we've saved the best for last. This is the Dole Whip upside down pineapple cake. I mean, Dole Whip's kind of a classic here, but we're testing out the spin of topping it on some pineapple upside down cake.
And you could choose what flavor of Dole Whip you wanted. So there was an option of like vanilla or swirl, but we went with classic pineapple.
There you go, classic, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you've got to eat the cake.
Why do I need cake when I've got Dole Whip? Let's see.
That's yummy. I like that. The cake is nice and moist. It's not soggy.
It's a really good upside down pineapple cake, and that Dole Whip is just so rich, and it's got like the mild tartness to it that just like kind of counterbalances the thick pastry type consistency of it.
Yeah, so it's kind of the perfect balance between kind of rich, sweet, and tart. I really like that. That's yummy. All right, we'll start with you because I know you are the ultimate Dole Whip fan. What do you think?
All right, I'm giving it an 8 on taste. I think the Dole Whip is the clear winner of it. If it were just the pineapple upside down cake, I'm not sure I'd rate it as high. But that Dole Whip is just so delicious with it. It's just like that tartness and the mixed with the cake is fantastic. On appearance, I gave it a 7. I feel like it looks really good. I mean, and if you like Dole Whip, it looks even better. So,
how about creativity?
I gave it a 7. You throw Dole Whip on anything, I'll like it. You throw Dole Whip on mac and cheese, and I'll eat it.
Gross. I gave it a 9 on taste.
Oh.
So I like Dole Whip, but I'm not like bananas about it like most people are. But I really like this cake. So I think the combination of the two is excellent. Like just about as good as it gets. Appearance, I gave it a 6. It looks nice. I have this issue where I think foods need to be like multicolored. I blame that on my mother. But I feel like even though I don't like cherries that much, like a cherry on top would have just added a little bit of color, dimension, made it just a little bit prettier. Creativity, I also gave it a 6. I mean, it's not that creative to mix pineapple with pineapple. However, I think they always are coming up with new and creative ways to make the Dole Whip just still fresh and exciting. So I give them a little bit of creativity for that.
So we've reached the end of our Magic Kingdom culinary adventure, and it's time to announce the winners.
So what came in at third place?
Coming in at third place was the chili queso fries.
Those were so good. Yum.
I could eat those every day.
If you're looking for something savory, fried, it's the place to be. So yummy. Coming in at second was that pineapple upside down Dole Whip cake. It was sweet, it was yummy. Almost everyone loves Dole Whip, so try this fun new take on it.
And drum roll please. Coming in at first place, Lefou Brew.
Lefou Brew.
Oh, it's so classic. That's just like, if you're
So
going to be
yummy.
here in Gaston's Tavern, you can't not have one.
Kids and adults will love it. It's so creative, so yummy, you can't miss it. But thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Try these foods, let us know what you think. Did we miss something that you love? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to come back and give it a try. But thank you always for joining us.
Bye.